Stop scrolling. This is your host, Matias, and what you're about to hear will change how you see Halloween forever. Right now, you're probably planning your costume, your candy route, maybe a haunted house visit. But here's what they don't tell you. October 31st isn't just spooky, it's deadly. Behind the pumpkins and ghosts lies a night built on fear, ritual, and real danger. According to multiple studies, deaths, especially pedestrian deaths, spike sharply on Halloween night. And that's only one layer of the story. Because every fun Halloween tradition you know, carving pumpkins, wearing masks, lighting candles, actually came from rituals meant to ward off spirits and survive the darkness. Here's the kicker. Most people think Halloween is harmless fun, but it's one of the most symbolically and statistically dangerous nights of the year. Stick around. You're about to see Halloween stripped down to its bones, and what's left might surprise you. Halloween isn't new. It's a mix of ancient pagan ritual, Christian rebranding, and modern marketing. It began with Samhain, the Celtic festival, marking the end of the harvest and the start of the dark half of the year. On that night, the Celts believed the veil between worlds grew thin. Spirits could cross into ours. To protect themselves, people lit bonfires. They left offerings for the dead. They even disguised themselves in animal skins, so the spirits wouldn't recognize them. According to the Library of Congress, this tradition is more than 2,000 years old. Later, the church stepped in. They created All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, turning a pagan night of fear into a holy night of remembrance. The evening before became All Hallows' Eve, or simply Halloween. But those old rituals never really vanished. They just changed costumes. Pumpkins instead of skulls, candy instead of sacrifices, masks instead of charms. And while the world painted Halloween as harmless, the fear beneath it never went away. Let's talk about the pumpkin. According to the Library of Congress, the first jack-o'-lanterns weren't pumpkins, they were turnips. People used them as lanterns to scare off wandering souls. The legend began with a man called Stingy Jack, a trickster cursed to wander the earth with a glowing coal inside a hollowed root. Villagers carved hideous faces to keep him away. That wasn't decoration. It was protection. When Irish immigrants arrived in America, they switched to pumpkins. But the purpose stayed the same. Every glowing jack-o'-lantern is really a warning sign to spirits. Do not enter. Now, here's something even darker. In Old English houses, historians found hundreds of witch marks, symbols scratched into wood and stone. They weren't art, they were spiritual traps. According to People magazine, archaeologists at Gainsborough Old Hall in England uncovered more than 20 of them, pentagrams, daisy wheels, even scratched prayers. These weren't witches at work. They were families trying to keep witches out, a homemade security system against the unseen. So while we wear witch hats for fun, real people once carved magic into their walls, because they truly feared the night. And what about poisoned candy? That old story we hear every year, razors and chocolate bars, needles and apples. According to Wikipedia's Public Records Review, no credible case has ever been confirmed. Not one. The real danger isn't in the candy, it's in the streets. It's the traffic, the crowds, and the chaos of the night. A 2019 study in JAMA Pediatrics found that Halloween has a 43% higher risk of pedestrian deaths between 5 p.m. and midnight. That's about 4 extra deaths every Halloween night. For over 40 years of data, the CDC reported that between 1975 and 1996, 89 children aged 5 to 14 were killed by cars on Halloween evening, about 4 times higher than normal. And the University of British Columbia adds that kids aged 4 to 8 are 10 times more likely to die in traffic accidents that night. Here's the kicker. According to Drake Law Group, 41% of those deaths involve drunk drivers. So while people wear masks to scare away spirits, the real danger isn't supernatural at all. It's right there. under the streetlights. Meanwhile, haunted houses and ghost tours borrow real occult imagery. Pentagrams, ritual circles, spirit candles, often without realizing their origins. For modern pagans, October 31st is still sacred. It's a night to honor the dead and reflect on mortality. But for everyone else, it's a billion-dollar spectacle. Fear turned into entertainment. The irony? The night we mock death is also one of the nights when death is most likely to happen. Why doesn't anyone talk about this? Because Halloween has been sanitized, scrubbed clean of its darker meaning, and sold back to us as safe, family fun. According to History.com, it evolved from deep spiritual beliefs about death and protection into a shiny consumer holiday. The hidden truth is this: Halloween still revolves around fear, but now the monsters wear different masks. Retailers, advertisers, and even local governments shape the story. They turn real danger into spectacle and profit from your fear. We warn kids about poisoned candy, but ignore that traffic deaths skyrocket. We shun occult symbols, yet fill store shelves with skeletons and tombstones. The system profits when you're scared of the fake threats and blind to the real ones. Fear is monetized, danger is redirected, and the ritual continues. Halloween isn't just a night of ghosts and goblins. It's a mirror of what we truly fear: death, the unknown, and losing control. When you light your jack-o'-lantern to keep spirits away, you're repeating an ancient survival spell. And when you walk the streets that night, the real danger may be closer than you think. What surprised you most? The ancient rituals, the witch marks, or the hidden death spike? Tell me in the comments. This is your host, Matias. If you love uncovering the truths they don't want you to know, hit subscribe. There's always another secret waiting beneath the surface. And remember, on Halloween, you're not just celebrating fear, you're participating in it.